Hello everyone, welcome to this week's meal planning video. If you're new to my channel, I'm Tony. I am Black Hills Mommy. I have my wonderful husband, and together we currently have 8 children. And I say currently because we do have 7 biological children, and we have one kiddo who is with us right now as a foster placement, which is why vlogging is extra difficult right now. And even if you follow me on Instagram, you don't have to be careful. You're not going to see any pictures or any images of him. That's all everybody gets to know. It's a him. So there is that. To feed our family of 10, I have to be super creative and I have to stay on track. That means meal planning so that we can create a budget for our groceries. Because if we didn't have a budget, let me tell you, teenagers can eat. So I have to have a plan in place so that we don't grow broke trying to feed everybody. And that is exactly how meal planning comes into play. So I actually have to flip back a page really quick to show you this last week. Now, if you guys have been watching, you know we've had a couple really rough weeks that includes some really rough stuff emotionally. So I just have not been in the place to follow a plan, and it has shown. I mean, we had one week where grocery budget, I shouldn't say budget, we spent almost $500 on groceries one week, but then like less than 100 the following week. So there's that. So on this note, we did only have those 5 and then a 6th item. I previously was doing 7 to 9 items on average to make sure that everybody was fed. That is when we had 9 kids in the home. We being down to 8, not that it really changes a lot. We're just changing a few things up though, because one of the extra kiddo has a lot of food aversions and things. So I'm working with that and trying to figure out how I can make that work with our meal plan while still making sure that all of the other kids still get things that I know they like as well. So there's a lot of balance happening right now. So anyhow, this last week we did have the pigs in a blanket, the biscuits and gravy, grilled cheese. They did not have tomato soup with it. That was actually something that my husband ended up making one night when I was busy doing some other stuff. The homemade Lunchables is the only thing that did not happen. That is the summer sausage, block cheese cut up, Ritz crackers, and then maybe some grapes or whatever else we throw with it. Works great for picnics. It just didn't happen this week. So there was that. There was a version of quesadillas made. I can't say it was true quesadillas, but I crossed it off because it used most of the ingredients I would have used for it. And then last but not least is pizza. We did pick up pizza one night, and we actually went over to a friend's house and shared pizza with them. So that's where that went. This week, same sort of thing. I have 5 things written down, 1 off to the side. If you're unsure, when I write something off to the side, it means it's a hopeful meal. We don't actually have the stuff on hand right now to have it. It's something either I'm waiting for the ingredients, if it's before the grocery haul when I write the meal plan, or it's something we're going to get later on in the week for one reason or another. This week it's because we are going to have pizza again. There's a day this week where it's just going to work easier. And we kind of promised the kids it would happen again. So pizza it is. Actually, on that note, I have a feeling it's going to be tonight. And it's pizza for the younger kids and the Taco Bell $5 cravings boxes for the big kids. Because we kind of bribed them. Anyhow, I am not above bribing my kids with food if I need to. They get fed plenty, but I will bribe them with other stuff when it comes down to it. Okay, shredded chicken. This is something you can actually find in my recipe playlist. That is where I just stick frozen chicken breasts in a crock pot. I put a specific type of seasoning over it, sometimes some crumbled bacon. Cook it in the the crock pot. You can do it in the Instant Pot too. I actually do prefer the crock pot for this. Anyhow, you cook it on high for about 6 or so hours. That chicken will just fall apart. And I use the Pampered Chef meat chopper thing and a fork to help shred that. So that works really well. It works phenomenal on sandwiches. You can put it in tacos. You can pretty much do anything you want to with it. Typically creates enough leftovers depending on how much chicken you use. So I love that because then it can sit in the fridge for an extra day or two and we can eat it for lunch that next day or two. So the picnic lunch dash Lunchables. Guys, I just went over that. We didn't have it last week, so I put it on here. We've got one teenager especially who really wants to just get out and go do some hiking. Thought, it'd be fun to have a picnic lunch. I don't know if it's truly going to happen because my husband's work schedule is so all over the place right now. But we're going to see what can happen. On that note, I do also have chicken sandwiches on here. Now, I got to admit, I'm not fully sure if that is going to be the chicken from the fryer chickens that we buy every week to cook in the Instant Pot and shred. There's several of the kids that are really loving that for sandwiches right now. Sometimes we just eat it, just chicken and then with something else. But several kids are really liking chicken sandwiches right now. It also, the chicken sandwiches could even be that shredded chicken that was the first thing on there. So maybe we'll just plan on having it for a full second meal, depending on how much is left over. The next thing on the list is the chicken cups or pizza cups. Now, I think I've done a video on that before. I've at least talked about it before. Basically, you just use the Pillsbury biscuit dough and you take a muffin pan, squish the biscuit down into the muffin pan, put a little bit of sauce in there, some shredded cheese, top it with a pepperoni or two. That's a pizza cup. You can also do a chicken version where you put a little bit of barbecue in the bottom, a little bit of shredded chicken, put the cheese over the top. You get the idea. They're fun. The kids enjoy them. Something different. And then mac and cheese. Typically, I don't write macaroni and cheese on the list. It's something where if one of the big kids wants to make it for a lunch, they can go ahead and do that. We almost always have some on hand, but like I said, I don't usually write it on the list. Now, it hasn't been had in a little while, so I did write it on here thinking I need a meal that I know all of the kids will eat, including the new little kiddo. And that is something I know he'll eat. So I put it on the list knowing this is a meal we will have this week because everybody will eat it. So that's how that is working out. I think just about everything on this list is stuff that he'll eat. Actually, believe it or not, the pizza cups are the one thing. He likes regular, like store-bought commercial grade pizza. I think I've actually said this before. I feel like I have. Anyhow, he'll eat that pizza. But if it's homemade, he does not like cheese on it. So I'm not sure what the difference is other than we shred our cheese. We don't buy pre-shredded because I don't like the silicone that's in it. And I don't know. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's not. Either way, we could make him just some without cheese on it. And he'll actually eat it that way then. So I don't know. But there it is. That is this week's meal plan. That is how we're going to use the groceries that you saw in yesterday's grocery haul video. And I need to get back on track. I was doing really good for a while of writing this plan out several days in advance. I find myself now on grocery day trying to scramble to write down, which means I'm realizing I am missing a lot of stuff that's in the pantry that I could be using, while also not able to really think about what we should be having this week. So I find there's a much better balance when I do it at least a day or two in advance. I can even write meal plans a full week or two in advance. I just haven't been doing it lately, especially as I'm trying to get accustomed to everything. And we've had so many changes lately. It just really hasn't been possible. So I'm going to work on that. That's also my suggestion to you guys as you're trying to figure out how to better budget for your family and get all of this figured out. And I got to say, guys, really quick too, I'm recording this on Sunday. You're seeing it on Tuesday. So I actually got to go back to church finally today, and I cannot tell you what that did for my soul. I have been wanting to do that for a while. It's been 5 months since I've been in church, and I just took a couple of the kids with me. And guys, what I love, and I'm saying this because a couple of you guys told me this, I love how many of our friends and family support this channel. And it said that they've been watching and staying updated on everything. So guys, it really means a lot to me. And I want to let you guys know that I appreciate that. And I appreciate absolutely everybody who watches these videos. So there it is. In the meantime, I hope that you guys are having a blessed day. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss everything else coming up next. And I'll see you in the next one.